I'm making a chicken salad sandwich with my bacon jam. Oh yeah, I'm taking chicken salad to another level. So I picked up a roaster from the supermarket, super cheap, so easy to do. Instead of you having to go through the fuss of baking a small chicken yourself, you can just pick it up from your grocer. And all I'm doing is taking off the skin and just hand picking it. There's no special technique in doing this. Just pick it till you pick it dry. So I'm pulling the chicken a little bit more with my hand. You can keep this simple and just hand shred it, or if you want it a little smaller, you can chop it up. Got a celery stalk. I'm gonna use a few sticks. I'm just gonna give this a rough chop. 1 red bell pepper. I want it to have a little sweeter flavor, and red pepper is just prettier. Gives it that pop of color. Got a little bit of garlic powder. This is to taste. If you feel like you need to add a little bit more, by all means add more, but this is definitely just from the heart. Teaspoon of paprika. I eyeball my mayo, so it's about a cup total. To take it up a notch, I add a Dijon mustard because it just gives it that tangy bite. Salt, a little bit of cracked black pepper. The chicken salad itself is just so beautiful, and you just want a bread that's gonna complement the texture of the chicken salad and the taste of it. Croissant does that. It's buttery, it's flaky, it's just right. I'm gonna slice out my bread first and then add in the chicken salad. Got yourself a cute little chicken salad sandwich. I'm gonna add homemade bacon jam to these chicken salad sandwiches. So I'm gonna assemble the sandwiches now, and I'm gonna let my girls put the bacon jam on it themselves when we get to the park. Alrighty, so I'm finishing up wrapping these. I'm gonna pop them in the fridge. I cooked about 1 pound of bacon, and I'm not discarding all of my bacon fat. I'm gonna use about 2 tablespoons of the bacon fat in the jam. I've already started chopping some shallot. I'm using 3, giving it a rough chop. I'm gonna chop up some garlic. I love garlic and everything. Add it to the pot. I'm gonna grab my cooked bacon, crumble that right in there. And if you want finer pieces, just throw it in the food processor. Got some good old local molasses, 1/2 cup or so. I'm using some honey. I'm getting variations of sweetness here. Brown sugar. Combine those sugars with that saltiness and smokiness from the bacon. Nothing like it. Life-changing. A little bit of sherry, so I want that punch of wine flavor. Apple cider vinegar. It balances out all of the flavors that I'm using. Ground mustard. Got my garlic powder in there. A little salt, a little pepper. Give it a little stir. That looks great. I'm gonna take it back to the stove, get this thing heated up. Right, so I've brought it to a boil. I'm gonna reduce the heat now and let it simmer until it gets nice and thick.
For a wildly comforting combination of 2 of my kiddos' favorite foods, chicken noodle soup and hot dish, I'm making chicken noodle hot dish. It's basically tuna noodle casserole, but instead of tuna, I'm using chicken and adding in all of chicken's flavorful friends like lemon, nutmeg, dill. The kids love it, and so do I. It's so good, and it also comes together all in one braiser. To start, I'm slicing up some leeks, which I love to use just as a change up from the typical yellow onion. It adds bright, springy flavor. And leeks are fun to wash because, they actually have a lot of little layers that sand and dirt get trapped in. So you've got to fully submerge them in the water. And then when you do that, it's really soothing to poke the rings apart. You can already see some of the sand coming out. But this would also make a great activity for the kids. Bernie particularly loves cleaning. She didn't get it from me. And then swish the leeks around, breaking the rings up with my fingers so that the sand and dirt can fall to the bottom. Okay, I'll get my veggies going. So in my braiser here, I'll melt 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter. I'll get in my carrots and celery. and then lift out the leeks. I don't want to strain them and pour the dirty water back over them. Shake off any excess moisture and then add them to the pan. A couple of pinches of salt will help the veggies soften, and I'll cook these down. So I thought of this concept because I'm on this everlasting quest to experiment with all the hot dishes in the world. And I was just dreaming one day about chicken noodle soup and how delicious it would be to add all of the flavors of chicken noodle soup into hot dish form. And it occurred to me that like, oh, that's basically tuna noodle casserole, but with chicken. I love this. These are softened. I'll toss in a couple of cloves of chopped garlic. I'm gonna make my sauce directly in the brazier by building a roux with a 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour. And that's gonna thicken up my chicken stock and get that classic condensed soup texture. I'll cook the flour for about a minute just to get rid of the floury flavor. Typically with a hot dish, you're opening up a can, but it tastes really good when you make it from scratch. A bit of fresh thyme contributes some cozy herbiness. I'll grate in some nutmeg. Nutmeg and lemon are 2 of the sleeper hit ingredients of chicken soup because they don't steal the show at all, they just add depth and deliciousness. All right, now for my liquids for the soup, I'll first add the white wine because you want all that alcohol to cook off, and it'll leave behind just a bright acidic flavor that balances out all of these other cozy flavors. Hot dish has so many creamy, hearty elements that you want to balance it out with something bright and acidic. I'll gradually add 3 cups of low sodium chicken stock and allow the roux to thicken it. And now you gotta have cream in condensed cream soup, so 1 cup of heavy cream will give this the richness that it deserves. Oh, it's all coming together. This is gonna be so good. I'll season with kosher salt and black pepper. I like a lot of black pepper. A tiny bit of lemon zest and lemon juice will perk this up. I always add this right to the end of my chicken soup. And some parsley and dill for freshness and grassiness. Oh yeah, look at that deliciousness. And it came together quickly too. I feel like I could manage making this during the very short overlap between Bernie and Ira's nap. Next, the most popular part of a chicken noodle casserole, the noodles. I'm using egg noodles because they're so creamy and comforting and good. And I've cooked these until they're shy of al dente because they will continue to soften in the oven. Chicken soup with mostly noodles. I'm here for this. And for the chicken, I'm just using a chopped rotisserie chicken. Rotisserie chicken has so much flavor in it already. That is a full casserole. Some peas, one of Ira's favorite veggies. They're so teeny and perfect for her teeny hands. They're frozen, but they'll thaw once they hit this hot mixture. I'll fold this all together. Okay, at this point, it's really important to check for seasoning and also taste test. It's looking too good. I have to make sure that there's enough salt in it. Possibly one of the most comforting bites in the universe. But it's just gonna get better now because all good hot dishes have a crunchy topping. I'm gonna get crackers and drizzle them with butter, which will help them get brown and crisp in the oven, and then perform the holy grail of kids' cooking tasks. Ta-da! I'll spread these evenly over the top. These are the best crackers dunked into chicken soup. That's why I'm going with the buttery crackers. So good. I'll bake this now at 375 degrees for about 25 minutes until the top is golden and the edges are bubbly. I feel like an impatient kid waiting for this. It's hot dish o'clock. Oh yeah. That looks so good. Those buttery crackers smell heavenly. I'll finish with fresh parsley and dill. You could leave it off if your kid doesn't like green things on top. I'm going in. I gotta make sure it's okay for the kids. 100%. It has it all. It's creamy, it's noodly. My kids are lucky.
Calzone is perfect for the football party food swap. We're gonna switch out that cheesy marinara and go for spicy buffalo chicken.
Got me.
Yes!
was hoping someone would do that.
This is what Jeezy dreams of at
dreaming of
night.
this,
Yeah,
yeah.
I thought of you when I made up this recipe. Let's make a cheesy, spicy buffalo chicken calzone.
Let's do it.
All right, Chef, you've got a really hard job.
Yes.
You're gonna very thinly slice those for me, and then you're gonna make some celery sticks to go along
That's
with that.
it?
All right, so first step is 2 tubes of that thin crust pizza dough out of the refrigerator section. First one, you're gonna cut in half, save one half of it, pardon my reach.
That's
the
all
other
right, it's
half,
just my fingers
you're
and
gonna
a sharp
cut
knife.
into the same size as a football-shaped pan. We've used
You're
this pan
kidding.
before. We used it actually to make a shark cake. So you wanna just cut one out, same size, and bake it until it's golden brown. The other one, just spread out, and we're gonna get started with our chicken. So I've got half of a rotisserie chicken here, and I'm gonna add to it a half a cup of chicken wang sauce.
Chicken wang sauce.
Chicken wang
Yeah.
sauce?
Yeah. And you can make your own if you want. It's just equal parts butter and your favorite hot sauce. Or there's so many good ones on the market now that you can just buy.
They come
Put a little
pre-buttered,
bit more.
essentially.
Yeah,
right? That's
pre
the-
butter.
Yeah.
It's just the viscosity is a little bit thicker. I still use it like hot sauce sometimes.
Yeah, you got
Me
it.
too. I
Yeah,
keep
yeah.
some in the fridge, and if I'm
Same here.
making grilled chicken, I just throw a little on there, and I'm real happy about it. Okay, so take this piece of dough
Ooh, look at that.
and then put it right onto the football-shaped pan. Now, if you don't have a football-shaped pan, you can always just kind of free-form this onto your sheet pan, and you know, you can do it. You can eyeball
Yeah,
it.
but they're so easy to find this time of year.
Totally.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm gonna take half of our chicken mixture, and you can see it's not sopping wet with.
Can't be, right? Because you're gonna add some more stuff.
Right, it's not too much sauce so that it doesn't get soggy. So just put about half of it down there.
This is great. You could fill this up with anything, you know,
Yeah.
sausage.
Oh, I think it'd be great with like some pulled pork barbecue too. Yeah. Okay, then I've got some mozzarella cheese here.
Yum.
Nice melting cheese. Put about half of that in.
Do it.
And I'm gonna put some scallions in there as well.
That.
Just get a little
Get
vegetables
those
going
in there.
right?
Yeah, you know, we gotta have a little something green,
Some
right?
green, some roughage.
Now for structural integrity,
Oh,
that baked
Katie.
piece is gonna go right in here. It's all right if it breaks a little bit. You're just wanting it to be there for support. Now, the chicken goes on. So spread it out.
Bananas.
A little
Nice and
carbohydrate rebar right there,
Yes,
girlfriend.
exactly,
I like
exactly.
it.
I want to get every little last bit of this in there. And then I'll take the rest of
Oh,
those
don't take that, though. That's
scallions.
for
Put
the-
those in there. I'm gonna put the rest of my cheese right down.
I mean,
And then I've got some blue cheese. This is optional. If you're not into blue cheese, you don't have to do it. But I like that it gives it that little something something that I expect from wings.
that dirty funk.
Yeah, exactly. Then I'm gonna
Uptown
take
Funk.
my other half of dough.
Oh my God, more
What I
dough.
have
I love
left.
this. This is like, I think this is gonna only be eaten on big game day.
Yeah.
I mean, this is pretty extraordinary.
Put it on top here, and then just
So you want me to
kinda
get the deep
pinch it
fryer
together.
going, or-
Yeah, let's
Good.
get the deep fryer. I'm gonna put the whole thing in. Just kidding. Okay, so let's trim the edges around the sides, get the extra off, just like that. And you can save these and make some garlic knots
Oh,
for
yeah.
your big game party. Everybody loves those.
If you're like not a blue cheese person for, you know, hot wings,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
you could also just, I love this recipe, Katie, because you could get like a little pack of that ranch mix and toss it with the cheese in there. And now you got that ranch flavor going on.
Totally.
there,
Yeah, we're gonna serve it with some ranch dipping. Just like, you know, you put ranch on pizza.
I do.
Yes,
Yeah.
I did it
I
last
do
night.
that.
Just go all the way around and pinch it.
Don't knock it till you've tried it, America and beyond.
Drag it through the river, as I like to call it.
Okay, this goes onto a sheet pan, into the oven, 425 degrees
I gotta see this.
for about
This is-
15 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, talk about, this could be the main
Need some
course
help
of your
there?
big game day
I
party.
think I got it.
Got it?
Don't move too
Okay.
quick, Jeffrey. We don't want you to blow an
We don't want you to
NCL.
pull a muscle, Jeffrey. Okay, now, here's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
It's not done yet. So you're gonna take
Hot,
this,
hot. Oh.
flip it. Here we go.
Spot you? It's like,
Yeah, I might need a spot. flip it out of here because you want to get a nice golden brown crust on the football.
So it's got to go back in.
And I found that, yeah, when it just comes out, it's not quite
not
dark
bad.
enough.
Oh,
It's not bad, but it needs a little extra. You hit it with a little oil, and then I top it with some garlic salt.
My favorite finishing salt now.
Yep. So a little garlic salt goes on. Back in the oven, it only takes a few minutes to get nice and browned. You know, maybe like 10 minutes or so. Same
This is a calzone. I can get in touch with this.
you can find your sensitive side.
What
for
would you
this one,
put in
Jeff.
your calzone, GZ?
And then I have one that I was just keeping warm in here. I decorated it with some
cute.
cheese for football laces.
Oh, laces out.
Serve it with this celery sticks
your
and some
vegetables.
ranch. All right, Jeff.
Oh, great. Yeah, just give me
Get in
a
here.
quarter of it.
Jeff, your favorite.
Yeah.
I'm getting ready. We gotta start this off right, guys. I'm the guinea pig
Look
here.
how
that.
nice that is.
Doesn't
It's
that
such
look
a
good?
nice integrity of statue.
Yes. Get you a little ranch dressing going there.
Oh, man.
Some celery.
You get yours,
You gotta have your
vegetables.
fiber.
Does this come with a stent?
Look at that cheese oozing out there. Yum. Cheesy,
Go,
I know
Jared.
you're
I don't know if
dying
I
to
do
try
middle
this.
first or end first.
Oh.
Yeah. You are turning into Jeff.
No, sorry, can't help it.
What's happening?
Look at that cheese.
I think Arnold Schwarzenegger would love this.
I mean, this leaves you wanting nothing. This is like taking care of your pizza craving, your chip craving, because you got that crunchy layer in the middle there, your buffalo wing craving, your ranch craving, all your big game cravings, all your big game day cravings are in one singular bite here.
So I am making homemade-ish chicken pot pie biscuit cups with pre-made biscuits, frozen vegetables, and rotisserie chicken from the store. I'm using a frozen vegetable pack that I had in the freezer for a few months now. I have some lima beans in there, some carrots, some peas, and some corn, but you can use whatever frozen vegetables you have on hand. All right, so I have some rotisserie chicken that I was gonna get rid of, but I'm glad I saved it. All right, I have some cream of chicken soup. I am sure you have some cream of chicken soup in your pantry. As a matter of fact, I always have it in my pantry because my grandmother, we live in a hurricane zone, so my grandmother always tells me, you never know when the lights are gonna go out. Always keep your cream of chicken soup in the pantry. And I'm like, Grandma, if the lights are out, then okay, anyway, so here's a way to use that cream of chicken soup that you never use in your pantry. A half a cup of half and half, and some freshly cracked black pepper. I'm gonna give it a little mix. Growing up, my mom worked a lot to make sure that we had everything that we needed in our house. She was a single mother and she worked a lot. And so there were times where she wanted a home-cooked meal but just didn't have the time to do it. So she would do things like chicken and dumplings and use canned biscuits instead of the dumpling. My mom would make lasagna a lot and she would use the jarred sauce. There was nothing wrong with that. You know, I don't know where we've gotten in society in these days and time where you feel like you have to make everything from scratch to have a complete meal. You don't. You don't. If you need to use a jarred sauce, go ahead. If you need to use biscuits from a can, why not? Okay? So this mixture is nice and incorporated. So I have a muffin tin here that I've sprayed with nonstick spray. I have some canned biscuit dough that I'm gonna slightly stretch. All right? And I'm just gonna stretch it and press it into the mold, right there. And of course, like you see, we're making a cup. I'm known for my chicken pot pies. And when I normally make chicken pot pie, I'll take the chicken breast, sear that off, take that out the pan, add the veggies, add the onions, add the seasoning, then I put it all into a cast iron skillet, and then I top it off with either dough that I've made from scratch, or sometimes I actually use like puff pastry, or sometimes I use biscuits. But the process of all of that, you know, is tedious in itself. So this right here just saves you so much time. And what's really cool about this recipe is that you can freeze these. So if there's a day where you really don't have any time, you can just go in the freezer, pop it in the oven, and have a meal. All right, I'm gonna add the filling to the biscuit cups. And so I'm adding just enough to fill the cup. Don't want to overfill it because it will kind of spill over. There is a lot of pressure on me to always create things that are like super homemade, super from scratch. This is like, Kardea, you're a chef, you're a cook. I know you're not using canned biscuits. And it's like, come on, guys. Like, I have a life too. I have things that I have to do. And sometimes I just don't feel like it. You just don't feel like it. And I should never feel guilted into like constantly making things from scratch, you know? If it's good, hey, do it. All right, so this is my last cup. I have the oven preheated to 350. I'm gonna bake it for about 20 to 25 minutes. All right, so while that bakes, I am going to show you guys how to make a super easy, homemade-ish dessert. I gotta try those chicken pot pie cups. Ooh, I'm excited. It's cooled down, so it's safe to eat. Hey, can't tell I didn't make this from scratch. Man, oh man. It's crunchy. It's just good, and it's super comforting. It didn't take all day to make it.
Nothing in the world beats a one-pan meal, and I am getting ready to share 4 with you that you are going to fall in love with. They will make your cooking life complete. So I'm starting with easy Mexican chicken and rice. The shortcuts in this dish are voluminous, if that makes any sense. Such an easy dish. You will not believe how easy it is to pull together, very quick, and you only dirty up 1 pan, which is the whole point of a one-pan dish. Fewer dishes. So I have just kind of a little brazier pan, and I had a little bit of olive oil in there. Just added some onion and garlic, and I'm gonna stir and get those going. Alex, you're not supposed to say on camera.
Sorry, it smells really good.
Alex can't hide her enthusiasm for food. She's much like her mother. Okay, so now I'm gonna add the spices. A teaspoon of chili powder, and a teaspoon of cumin. I'm just eyeballing it. And then half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. It's got a nice kick to it. And a 1/4 teaspoon of, turmeric. That was a little more than I planned on adding, but that is just okay. Give it a stir, and then I'll add some salt. And then I want to stir these around so that the spices kind of start to toast a little bit and the onions cook. Give me 3 minutes to get that done. All right, so the onions are looking amazing. They're completely coated in all of those herbs and spices. So the next stage of the one-pan dish, a can of tomato sauce. Woo! That's gonna get all over my shirt. And then a can of diced tomatoes and green chilies. Flavor and spice. And I'm gonna stir and just get it all mixed together before I add one of the most important ingredients, the rice. And guess what I'm using? Bag rice. This is basically microwavable rice. It's all ready to go. And I'm telling you, this stuff is underrated. I think microwave and bag rice kind of got a bad rap once upon a time. But there's so many varieties, and for this, I'm actually using like an organic brown microwave rice. Also have some rotisserie chicken that I shredded. And this is gonna wind up being a pretty generous chicken and rice dish. But as you can see, there is nothing fancy about it at all. And you don't have to use the ready-made rice, but to me, that's kind of part of the hilarious fun of this one-pot dish. Just ripping open 2 bags of rice and dumping them into a pan with all these other ingredients. I'm stirring to get everything all mixed together. That's looking good. Again, nothing fancy about it. So I'm gonna let this cook for another 3 minutes just so the rice can start to absorb some of the flavor, and it's gonna just turn into a pot of magic. Just you wait. All right, it's looking good. It's just got a good Mexican rice vibe with the protein of the chicken. I chopped some cilantro, and I'm adding it in. Ooh, the cilantro makes it so pretty. All right, so kind of spread it all into a pretty even layer on top, and then I have a whole bunch of pepper jack cheese. And I mean, a whole bunch is a relative term. It's never enough, in my opinion. I probably could have gone double this amount, but I didn't want to shock you.
I agree.
But oh, yum. So now I'm just gonna put the lid on, turn the heat to low, and give it a couple more minutes until that cheese is melted and bubbly. Okay, I think good things happened under this lid.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I was right. My suspicions were correct. Look at this. This is so great because usually when I make this Mexican rice dish, I don't put chicken in it, and it's a great side dish, but with the chicken, it's just this beautiful one-pot dinner, and you can take it straight to the table. I like to put plenty of cilantro on top. So you got cilantro in it and on it. You got cheese on it too, but check it out.
Wow.
That is a beautiful one-pan wonder right there. I have to take a bite
Can I have a bite?
because I don't want to lead you astray. It never gets old. So flavorful, so easy, so quick, so good.
I am making an easy chicken pot pie pocket.
Ooh.
Chicken pot pie pocket,
Love
huh?
it.
Starting
Great
with
idea. It's a great
some
idea.
chicken, right?
Okay.
Rotisserie chicken from the store. Leftover chicken, shredded up.
Rotisserie madness.
To this, we are gonna add some frozen vegetable medleys here, right? So it's got the peas, it's got the carrots, it's got the green beans, it's got the corn in there. Colorful, so
like
easy
this.
to do. You can't even, you don't even wear a blindfold and make this. 2 cans of your favorite cream of chicken soup. Jeffrey, you love this stuff. You know you do. Look at that, just come right out like that.
That's my favorite brand.
A little granulated garlic goes a long way. We're gonna throw that in there, a little salt and pepper. All right, boom.
Anything I need to do? I'm just chilling over here.
You're gonna
I'm
mix
sorry.
that egg for our egg wash. So egg, just a little touch of water until it's a little loose and brushable, please.
Okay.
Very easy. And now we're just gonna mix this up. And this here is the pie filling, literally. All right, so we got our filling. Next, we are gonna take our crust, simple store-bought pie crust.
Okay.
We're gonna take that round and we're gonna cut a square out of this using, of course, Jeffanometry. And we're just gonna peel that away till it's a square, but we're gonna use those later.
I was gonna say, what's up with the scraps?
You can obviously bake these off, dunk them in something, or
Get
you can...
some cinnamon apples and make little
Pig in a
pockets and
blanket.
fry it.
Exactly.
Pig in a blanket.
Watch that. So I'll give those to you, Sunday.
Okay.
That's for you.
Thank you.
So you got a perfect square. Next, we are going to cut it into quarters, which is how many? 4. All right, so we got the quarters. Now we're going to take a 2-ounce little scoop here. It's not a lot of filling. You don't want it to poke out. And we're just going to put this on 2 of them. All right?
Oh, crust
Okay.
to crust is a must,
Please,
Jeff.
people. I can't stress it enough. People have been fighting wars because crust to crust is a must, has not been adhered to. So we got the tops on. You got your egg wash, and we're gonna look at this. We're gonna use the fork tines.
Mom
make a
used to do
beautiful,
this hard.
right? This is like, this glues it. And of course, if you need to, a little extra sealing just to make sure you can do it on the inside as well. So easy to do.
Are we venting the top?
Yeah, we're gonna just give me a paring knife, if you will, or you can use your chef knife. Don't. And then we're gonna use that egg wash. Get a beautiful golden color. We'll do this, right? Do this a couple times. Obviously, if you have a 2-pack, you can make how many, Jeffrey? 4. Man, he's very quiet. He's very quiet today, isn't he? So you're gonna do 4 on there, and you're just gonna give them a little poke to vent them. 375 in the oven for about 20 minutes till they're golden, brown, and delicious. I got some waiting for you right here. I know this has got your name all over it, G. So look at this. Are you guys ready? So easy. That took me as long as it took me, right? 3 minutes.
Ooh,
Boom.
that's
Look at
good.
those.
That's
When's the last time you made a chicken pot pie in the car?
never.
Exactly. Well, I haven't. Guess what? I'm still paying the medical bills. So watch this. and you see that luscious, classic chicken pot pie interior. And we're not done, because the beauty of this is that you could freeze these, right? Individually freeze them like this on the tray, put them in a bag, and when it's time for dinner, you need a quick lunch, a quick snack, you put them frozen directly, boom, in the toaster.
Wow.
Get out of
And it cooks it, because there's not a lot of filling in there. And look at, I took that extra dough. And look at, this is for Jeffrey. I put a heart on there for you. And Katie, I did little stars. And those are right from the freezer into the toaster, no defrostation necessary.
What?
Ew.
Chicken pot pie pockets. Hey, I'm glad you're here. I'm having a hand-delivered meal today. I love to eat street food, partially because it just makes me feel like a kid eating out of my hands. But the other part about it is, man, small bites are great. You can eat a lot of them and not feel so bad. So just chopping down a rotisserie to size right now for our chicken stuffed potato puffs. And I used a store-bought rotisserie chicken. It's a great buy. Look, I'll roast a chicken to carve it up in front of my friends on my own, but I'm not going to roast a chicken to tear it up into a chicken stuffed potato puff. So go ahead and make that shortcut if you like at the grocery store. And in my bowl is just some green bell pepper and red bell pepper chopped down to size as well to go inside, along with some Mexican oregano here. I really love oregano, flavorful, yummy, tastes like pizza, and that's where you know it from. A little bit of pepper and some salt. And that's it. That's the filling for our chicken stuffed potato puffs. Let's give it a nice little toss here. And that's it, good to go. All right, what I want to do is start working on the potatoes. Remember, we baked these in a 375 oven, pricked them a little bit. About 15 minutes is all it took for them to get perfect to go. And all I did was just take the peel off of them. And what I'm going to do now is just start building up the flavor and the binding agent, which is the egg I just cracked in there. And I also have a little egg wash started right here, ready to go. Just 2 eggs that I went ahead and whisked together with my fork there and got it ready for the dredge party. All right, now the cornstarch goes down, about a tablespoon in. This helps hold it together as well. Always have cornstarch in my pantry because I love to blend it with flour when I do my dredge for frying chicken. So a great addition here, serves a great purpose of holding it all together. And then some garlic powder and a little bit of chili powder as well. What I like to do is add a little bit of flavor and season and color at the same time by way of our butter and calzone mixture. Remember, we brushed this over the top of our empanadas, and this is exactly what's going to go inside the potato as well. What I want to do is just go ahead and mash them up now and get it ready to go. All right, what I did right now is just made a little small ball, a little bit smaller than a golf ball, and a little indentation right here in the center. And what you want to do is kind of get some of your chicken filling, put it in the side, and then put this to the side and make another identical half. And that is what's gonna make our complete ball here. We've got 2 halves, you put them together, and what I like to do is just kind of, like a hamburger patty, flatten the edges, make sure it's all together, and then roll it up back into a ball. There we go. I'm just gonna get it into my egg wash here. Remember, just some egg, and then our potato flakes. Now, these are real potatoes that were made into mashed potatoes, and then what they do is they dehydrate them and flatten them out and then flake them up for you. So it's not that big of a deal. I really never use them to make mashed potatoes. I just love them as a coating for things I fry. Nice and crispy. I've got my oil at 375 degrees. Just put it right in there. About 45 seconds to a minute is all it takes for it to cook. Really, you just want to get that golden brown color. For a crunchy, sturdy shell, and I get chicken, potatoes, and veggies in one utensil-free bite.
I was a little bit late to the air fryer game, and I'll admit that it took a little bit of time for me to figure out what to do with them. But once I did, oh my gosh, it opened up a whole world, particularly in the realm of snacks. So I'm gonna show you how to make a barbecue chicken bagel pizza that absolutely comes to life in the air fryer. You're gonna wanna make this definitely once a week, if not more. It's so good. I'm using rotisserie chicken as a shortcut, which makes this an even easier snack. And I just added a little bit of barbecue sauce. Just grab your favorite. And you want it to be saucy, but not totally inundated with sauce. Now I'm gonna build the bagel pizzas. Very, very easy. I'm actually using onion bagel, and I cut it in half. And I'm gonna drive home that barbecue point and kind of drizzle a little bit of barbecue sauce on each bagel. I love barbecue sauce. I mean, when you have one that you really love, it's just good on so many things. All right, I spread the barbecue sauce out, and then I'll put some grated Monterey Jack right on top. I'm just using Monterey Jack because it's really creamy and it melts beautifully. But if you want to keep this kind of traditional pizza vibe, you can do mozzarella. You could do pepper jack for a little more spice. Any cheese you have in your cheese drawer works. All right, now comes the barbecue chicken. It was rotisserie chicken, now it's barbecue chicken. And I'm putting it on top of the cheese, and that way it'll sort of sink into the cheese and just become this incredible masterpiece. The great thing about air fryers is you can fry things without using oil, and it actually adds some really great crispness and helps things melt really nicely. I make grilled cheeses in an air fryer, and I swear they're better than if I make them in the skillet because they make the cheese melt before the bread burns. Sometimes on a skillet, you have to really watch not to burn the bread before the cheese is melted. All right, now I've got some pickled jalapeno, and I'll just kind of put those here and there. Whoops. When I said I'll put them here and there, I meant on my countertop. Come back here. All right, and put some on the other pizza. I'm being generous with the jalapenos because I like a little heat. I have a couple of other things I'm gonna top the pizzas with, but I'm gonna air fry them first. You know what? I just had an impulsive thought. I'm gonna drizzle on a little more barbecue sauce. Why not? All right, now they're ready to go into the air fryer. I'm gonna put them into the air fryer, just kind of right next to each other. And the cool thing is there really aren't any hot spots in an air fryer because it just circulates. So you don't have to worry too much about where you put them in. All right, close the drawer, and then I'm gonna put this on 7 minutes, and I'll change the temperature to 400, just so it really melts that cheese and gets the bagel edges a little bit crisp. All right, here we go. All right, the air fryer has done its job. You aren't gonna believe these pizzas. Oh my goodness. They are so crisp. Look at that. Listen to how crispy that is. Can you hear that? I don't know if you can hear that, but the edges are beautifully crisp. I love how the jalapeno slices also got a little bit crisp around the edges. Goodness. Now, of course, these are perfect to just go for it right now, but I like to keep topping things. I'm a toppings person. I'm a fixins gal. What can I say? So I'm gonna add some pickled red onion, truly one of my top 5, what do you call it, condiments or accoutrement in my fridge. Okay, and then some cilantro leaves. How delightful does this look? All right, guys. Air fryer bagel pizzas.
My easy, parsimonious chicken tortilla soup. I'm just going to add in some veggies, okay? But first, just get a little bit of olive oil down. All right, into my pan here to sweat everything out, the jalapenos and my onions I'm about to get in with some salt.
Salt.
And then I like to hit it with lots of black pepper. And the onions, I like to kind of not chop them down. I love how they can kind of, you know, be a texture moment in the soup, and you pull up your spoon and there's little pieces of onion hanging off the side, you know. So think about that when you slice them down. And then get in a little bit of cumin. Let all of these spices bloom.
Smoked paprika?
You already know, this is my hot Hungarian paprika.
I haven't seen it in a while.
It has been in the pantry. Speaking of the pantry, it's a good time at the start of the year to look through your pantry, smell all of your spices. If they don't smell like what they should smell like, just get rid of them. This is gonna get nice and tender. To this, I would add the can of diced tomatoes and green chilies. That is always in my pantry for a good
mixed
nacho
together.
dip. Yeah,
That's so
it's all in the
smart.
same can.
So smart.
Yeah, and sometimes you can get just the green chilies, but I like the tomatoes
That's
and the
like
green
you added
chilies together.
salsa to your chili once. Remember you made that?
That's right.
It's a great idea.
And then, GZ, this luscious stock. Just pour that right over the top.
That's at least, what, 2.5 boxes of stock.
Oh, easily. Maybe
I-
more.
And then just shut up the pot, you know?
At least 2 boxes.
All right, so after that is all in there, you're gonna cover it up. You're gonna cook it for about 15 to 20 minutes or so, just to kind of make everything marry. And then it's gonna come out looking like this, and then we're not done yet. To that, you just add in some rotisserie chicken. Obviously, you can buy shredded chicken now in the grocery store or your rotisserie chicken and do the work yourself. But we're saving money here, so.
I wonder if
Now-
we did how much this would cost per person. I probably like.
Very inexpensive, I
buck?
would have to say. So the chicken, just so you know, I put that in at the last minute, maybe just 5 minutes before you serve. It's already cooked. I don't want to cook it super long and dry it out. I just want to rehydrate it and bring it into the game. So let me make a little bowl.
Game time.
It's game time.
It's game time.
Giddy up.
This is
game time.
actually game time
Giddy
food.
up.
Giddy up. That's what you say when
know?
you ride a horsey. I mean, you got to have some toppings for that. It's
You
all
do.
about.
Very simple. Okay, now this is what I've also found as I'm trying to get back into my jeans, is the smaller you slice things up, the more plentiful they feel. So just get that on there.
We could have used some of that leftover green taqueria style sauce too.
Oh,
right?
yeah. that's
Actually
gotta be
really
served with-
could. That would be delicious.
Or plunk.
And then, oh, here we go, a spoon. And then this would be, and kind of looks like sour cream, but I've been
What is it?
replacing that in my kitchen with a little Greek yogurt,
Oh,
Oh.
whole fat,
risotto.
right over the top.
Did you fry those strips?
Yeah,
Sonny?
those are fried, 350 with some oil. You can do canola. I usually do like a shallow fry too. Don't worry about deep frying it. Just an inch in your pan
Chef. That's for Chef.
and give it a
Oh, that's
go.
for me.
Here, pass that hot sauce down if you
Hot
want
sauce.
any.
There you go.
Do you want hot sauce?
Yeah, I'll have some hot sauce, and I'd love a spoon. And I can do this old-timey style.
Lisa, can I have some more tortillas
down.
too?
Yeah,
Calm
wow,
down.
2 spoons. I'm going in there, Sonny. I got some onion
Go in.
hangover.
Great.
Simple. You've got a good stock to start with, so you
I
don't
mean-
really have to go hard in the paint, you know, with the flavor.
The foundation is a good stock, and it's, you know, it's soup. It's soup consistency, but it tastes thick on the palate. You know what I mean? Because it's so luscious. Then you get the little crispy bits on top from those strips of tortilla. The Greek yogurt brings the tang like a crema or sour cream would.
I love crema.
And the star of the show is that perfectly reinvigorated chicken. You know, that is just perfect.
Chicken artichoke bread bombs. I just grated a whole bunch of fontina cheese. And I have a bowl with some softened cream cheese. So I'll add all of this fontina cheese, a little bit of Parmesan cheese, about a 1/4 cup or so. And of course, a pinch of crushed red pepper flake. All right, now I've got a pretty sturdy spoon because I need to kind of mush, squish all of this together. I want that cream cheese and fontina to just kind of make this creamy base. Alrighty, so I'm gonna add some salt and pepper. And now comes the chicken and artichoke component. So rotisserie chicken, shredded. I use just white meat for this. I'm just using canned artichokes that I drained and chopped into small pieces. So this is where you really want to get your muscles involved until it is one wonderful mixture. That mixture looks great. So it's time to assemble the bread bombs. So I'm using frozen dinner rolls, and I just take the bag out of the freezer and stick the bag in the fridge overnight. I rolled this out about as thin as I could, and I'm gonna grab about a tablespoon portion of the chicken and artichoke mixture, gather up the ends until they all meet, kind of pinch the ends together just to seal, turn it over and kind of pat it until you have this little bread bomb. Okay, these cute little bread bombs are built, so I'm gonna put them in the oven, but first I wanna brush them with egg yolk, and that's gonna help them have a really pretty, shiny outer appearance, and it'll help them bake really nice and golden. Okay, one little sprinkle of Italian seasoning over each one. This just gives it a little extra flavor on the outside. All right, I'm just gonna bake these at 425 degrees for about 15 minutes until they're nice and golden. Look at these. Can you believe those cute little balls of dough resulted in these gorgeous little bread bombs? How cute. I would call this a winner right now, but I really think I need to taste it first. Look at that. Oh, they're so fluffy, cheesy. Oh man. Those might be better than calzones.
Southwestern pot pie. We got a couple shortcuts. First, the rotisserie chicken. Then these frozen vegetables you get in the freezer section. They got your onions, your red bell peppers,
Everything.
green bell peppers, and that's it. It's got all your Southwestern stuff ready. If you want to chop them, go ahead. But this is a quick thing you can do. Save a little time. On Thursday, as you're starting to roll it in, the weekend, you know? 3 tablespoons of butter in a cast iron skillet,
Okay.
right?
Save on cleanup.
Save on cleanup. If you got a nonstick cast iron skillet, you're doing things right in your home. While that starts to melt, I'm gonna get a jump start on the blooming of my spices, some chili powder,
Well, that's smart.
a little paprika, and then a little cumin, right? While that's happening, we're gonna move it around a little bit. You smell, I mean, just this simple 30-second step, blooming these spices makes the difference. And that's a Jeff Mauro guarantee. Okay, you see it bubbling? Oh, look at that, Jeffrey. It almost looks like caramel, but it's not. It's spices and butter.
Yeah.
We got 2 tablespoons of AP flour. Come on, we're having fun, right?
Yeah, a lot of fun.
Okay, a lot of fun. All right, we're gonna, kind of get the beginning of a roux going quickly. A little bit of that melange of frozen Southwestern style vegetables, onions. Look at that. So we're gonna kind of let these
Hang out, right?
kind of get a jump start.
They're cooked, right?
They're cooked. There's not much you need to do with it. We kind of brought our roux to where it needed to be, cooked it for about 30 seconds. And now we can start adding all of our other Southwestern vibes. So there's some frozen corn.
Corn.
If you got the fresh stuff, please use it, but we are in winter times.
I think this is a recipe that kids would really like too.
Exactly. We're gonna use
Oh,
some
man.
chipotle, so you can omit that. Some black beans, coat it all up. Look at that. Oh, Jeffrey. Hey ho. Sonny, chicken's
Yeah.
going good.
Yep, going good on the chick.
Some of the adobo from the chipotle, engaging on your spice level in your home. There's a couple dots in there. But what I love about the chipotle, it is smoked jalapeno, so it's a really good way to kind of cheat a smoky flavor without having to use like liquid smoke or something. And then those canned green chilies we love. Okay, in there, a little.
This is really like a January wake-me-up comfort food. A lot of
Right.
spices, a lot of vibrant flavor.
Especially, again, when you're kind of over the lambs and the hams and the turkeys. This is right in the Southwestern vibe. We're gonna let this kind of simmer. And then there is one more secret ingredient to make this even quicker. Alex.
Is it?
You want to come open it up? Or?
Oh, God,
she's
I can
good.
do that.
Are we confident? We had a
Bring
previous
it.
episode. All right.
Yeah, okay, Alex, come on, girl.
All right, once Katie helps me with half of it.
All right,
No, you guys are.
Ready?
You just needed it started.
There you go.
Now, wait. It
I always,
says
like, get
press
afraid of the
spoon
cup.
at the seam.
Yep.
Yeah, there
Okay.
you go. She
Sure,
got it.
sure, that works.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Bring those biscuits back.
All right, chicken's going in here. Biscuits are unpopped. So we got this thing. This is bursting with a lot of great veg in here. All that chicken's gonna soak it up. It's gonna kind of wilt a little bit. We don't need to cook that chicken any further.
don't
What we
cook.
do need is to activate these biscuits. Sonny, we're gonna have these
Okay.
on the equator.
Let's do it.
Right? And,
Oh, peel through.
Right, peel through, so find kind of that natural seam in there. You could shut this off. So our heat's off, and now we can put these on like you would a pot pie.
Yeah,
It's like almost like a cobbler.
Yeah, or like chicken and dumplings, stuff like that. And that's why you're like, there's so much stuff in that pan. What are we gonna do? Well, you want these biscuits to, you want them to rise. You want them to be exposed to as much heat. And these are gonna kind of activate, puff up. You're gonna have a couple extra halves, but that's okay, Sonny, because those are gonna go in right next to it and a little something extra.
Yeah, you can make a little tiny,
and then recharge
ramekin.
it. Recharge it, do a little reboot. 350, about 13 to 15 minutes till golden brown. Oh, man. Oh, Jeffrey, how jello are you right now, brother? Look at that strength. Going in there, hot oven, bring it out, ready to go, easy breezy, quick.
And easy.
Oh, come on
Southwestern
now.
chicken pot pie. I got toppings to go with this. Jeffrey, let me get a spoon for you. We got some Fresno chili, some whole leaf cilantro, a little lime, a little crema.
Wow, look
That's
at that
beautiful.
chicken.
Have some
Look
yo-yo.
at that. Oh, we're gonna get you some yo-yo. Look at that, I just got a little something on the side there, so you got a little extra.
I like the way you started out with so much liquid in the bottom, so when you bake it, it's really moist.
Look at
Chicken pot pie, I find sometimes tricky. Because sometimes it just doesn't, it's too thick, it's the right ratio of...
Or it doesn't set up.
It doesn't, it's so odd, right?
It can be gluey.
Yeah, it can be gluey. Jeff, that is beautiful. First of all, eye appeal, gorgeous.
Again with the Fresno chilies.
Gorgeous.
They're having a moment.
This is it, man. Jalapeno, I gotta say. I here.
A little passe.
Bye-bye.
Oh my God, is a jalapeno over?
I think so.
It's never over.
It had a good millennia. Let's be honest. Maybe even an eon.
First of all, there's no way that this took 16 minutes in the oven.
Yep.
It tastes like it's been cooking all day in a slow cooker.
Yep.
Everything is balanced. The adobo, I don't taste the spice at all. It's just perfect, that deep, dense, rich flavor. It's light. It's not a lot of pastry, which sometimes the pastry ratio is not correct. This is such a good spin.
Fried chicken Verde tacos. Rotisserie chicken is the star of the show yet again. And I added just jarred salsa verde, just right out of the jar. And I'm stirring the chicken and the salsa together just so the chicken is totally coated in all that yummy green wonderfulness. So I am going to build the tacos. I'm gonna fry 3 at a time, so I'm gonna go ahead and build those. A good spoonful of the salsa-coated chicken, right on 1/2 of the tortilla. And I'm using corn tortillas for these tacos. Okay, I pretty much got them assembled, and now I'm gonna cook them, and this is the fun part. I'll take the first taco, fold it, and use the tongs to help keep it closed while I put it in an inch of hot oil. Then I'll do 2 more. By the time all 3 are in, the first one's ready to flip, followed by the others. Then after about 30 seconds, I'll take the first one out, wrap it in a paper towel, shake it to get the excess oil off, put it on a paper towel lined plate, and do the same with the other 2. I told you it was a messy proposition, but again, that's what makes them so good. And they're really fun to make with friends, and it's just a really fun, interactive taco experience. So I'm gonna make a little bit of a dipping sauce for the tacos, and all it is sour cream, more salsa verde. These are salsa verde tacos after all, and a whole bunch of cilantro. It's just a nice bright green flavor, a little bit of salt and pepper, and I'll stir this. So I have a cute little serving platter, and I'll put a little bit of this dipping sauce into this little dish. I always have a contest with myself to make sure I can get it all in the bowl and not outside the bowl. Ooh, I did it. Ooh, those tortilla shells are so crispy, and they're so much better than store-bought taco shells. So what I usually do is I stuff the tacos after they're fried, and all you have to do is just kind of part the little tortilla at the top and add some lettuce, cheese, and tomato. And you don't want to pull it too hard because you don't want to break the shell. So just kind of pull the very, very top apart. And then as you eat them, you just kind of dip them in that delicious cilantro sauce and wow.
Chicken Puttanesca, honey.
Oh.
A sexy Italian dish with store-bought rotisserie chicken. This is the second
Just
chicken.
amazed at all these dishes that you're coming up with.
And this is another quick, easy meal that can last you the entire week.
What's the sauce you're making? The puttanesca.
A Puttanesca, girl. It's an Italian red sauce, and it has olives in it. So it's a little briny, it's a little acidic, but it goes really well with poultry.
Ooh.
How about I show you?
Okay.
All right, come on. So I have a skillet here. I'm gonna get a little hot, add some olive oil. The first thing I'm gonna do is sweat down some onions and garlic. All right, so I have one yellow onion here that I chopped up. Add some garlic. And that's another thing too that I like to do is prep my veggies. Like if I see that all my recipes have onion, I'll get like 2 or 3 onions and chop them up.
Okay.
And just have them, you know, ready to go.
Already ready. Okay, that's a good tip.
So I'm gonna add a little anchovy paste. The salty, fishy undertones play so well with the other briny flavors that go into this puttanesca. 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. Now I have 1 can of crushed tomatoes.
Oh, wow.
A pinch of red pepper flakes. So just a
little
little heat,
spice.
just a little spice. And while that simmers, because I need it to thicken up just a little
Okay.
bit with the paste and the crushed tomatoes. Got some water that's been boiling back here. Can you drop a little bit of the spaghetti? You don't have to use the entire package, 'cause it's just
Okay.
us. We're gonna boil it for about 10 minutes and take it out, put some cold water on top to stop the cooking process. While that's going, we gotta cut up some chicken.
Okay.
All right, come over here.
Let's go.
All right, so we have our second rotisserie chicken here that I'm gonna break down. Cut out the backbone. I don't
Okay.
have to shred it for this one. Basically leaving this into like cut up chicken pieces. We're gonna drop the chicken into the sauce. So it's
Okay.
gonna break down a little bit, loosen up, kind of become one with the sauce. You know, you wanted that sauce to get inside that meat.
Yes.
So it's been about 10 minutes. We're gonna take the chicken back over there
Okay.
and nestle it into the sauce.
Ooh.
I'm gonna add about a cup of olives in here. 2 tablespoons of capers. Also another element of a little brine, a little salt, a little bit of Italian seasoning right there.
Okay.
The pasta is done. I'm gonna drain it back here. Cold water. The reason you run cold water over pasta is because you don't want it to continue to cook. See, it's gotten nice and thick.
Yes.
So this is a thick sauce.
Okay.
Rich, very rich. I'm gonna add in those chicken pieces.
Okay.
Just nestle it in there. And you know the chicken is already cooked. All I'm doing right now is just warming the chicken up with the sauce.
Okay. Okay.
And getting that flavor infused into the chicken. It looks like you spent all day with this chicken that you cooked, slow cooking on top of your stove for hours. And you can tell your husband that too, like, look, I've been home all day making your meal. And, all right, so we got our pasta. We're good to go. Let's try it.
Okay.
I wanna get you a few pieces of that chicken breast
Okay.
and some olives. Top you off with a little oregano leaves.
Okay. Bon appetit.
Love it.
It's good, Kardea. This is so tasty.
Oh yeah. I mean, it tastes like it's been cooking for hours with the onions, the garlic, but then you get a punch of that big juicy olive when you bite into it. Do you think this is something you'll try at home?
Definitely going in the
knew
list.
it.
I know Wilson's gonna love this.
I'm gonna make some green goddess chicken salad. All the goodness of chicken salad with a green goddess dressing. So look in the bowl, Alex. I've got grapes, cucumbers, green onions, and walnuts. Yum.
Ooh.
And then I'm just using a rotisserie chicken, basically the whole thing, just dark and light meat, all cut up into bits. I'm gonna save some because this bowl's a little bit small. And I'm gonna go ahead and mix all these together. So these are basically the chicken salad ingredients. I am never, ever content just having chicken salad where it's chicken and a dressing and you slap it on a piece of bread. I wanna have chunks and crunch and fruit and different things going on. This is such a yummy combination. Okay, so next comes the green goddess dressing. So all the green, let's see if I can get all this in one fistful.
Green.
Nice.
Parsley, spinach, and basil. And then for the creaminess, I've got some Greek yogurt and mayonnaise. It's nice to use both because then it's not too like eggy mayonnaise-y, but it's also got great flavor. And then some milk, about a 1/4 cup. I'm gonna wash off the spatula with the milk. I like to kind of double up on my efforts. Zest of a lemon, clove of garlic, salt. This is like speed round. Pepper. And then I'm gonna mix this up until it's totally pulverized. Yum, yum. You wanna keep going until it's really green. Does that look green to you?
Oh yeah.
Very green.
Oh, it's so pretty. And it is actually the perfect consistency. You ready? It looks a little bit thin, but the longer it sits, the more it kind of thickens up. And you want to be able to stir it all together and get it to completely coat all the ingredients. I love this. It's just green. It's unapologetically green. Okay, black pepper, just to break up all that green. But I think it's so fun. I've done a curried chicken salad that is like bright yellow, but there's something so fun about this. So to serve it, you can slap it on a croissant or a pretty roll, or you can just scoop it onto a beautiful bed of lettuce. You can do like sliced tomatoes if you want to break up all this green. But you know what? If you're going to tell me green goddess chicken salad is on the menu, by golly, I want there to be green everywhere I turn. There, look at that. It's so fun. It's like green.
Green.
Basil leaves.
More green.
It looks really healthy too, doesn't it?
It does.
All right, green goddess chicken salad. Never seen a greener salad in my life. And it only took 16 minutes.